Los policías siempre intentan abusar de su poder, pero ¿qué sucede cuando no están frente a civiles, sino a autoridades superiores? El 31 de marzo de 2024, dos oficiales fueron llamados por un residente local en el condado de Sussex en relación a una persona que estaba sentada en su coche estacionado en una propiedad pública. El oficial comenzó con el pie equivocado y de inmediato mostró señales de agresión. Lo que hace a continuación te hará enfurecer.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm Corporal Black with the Millsboro Police Department. The reason why we're making contact, some lady came out to report that you've been sitting out here for over 4 hours.
Okay.
Find out what the deal is, what's going on.
Just sitting here minding my business, not doing anything.
You got any credentials?
I'm not going to provide that, just because of a call. Brunville, Texas.
You told her that you're correct?
Yeah, that's what I told her.
Okay. Do you have any credentials?
Yeah, but I don't want to provide that right now.
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
Because it's optional, and I just don't want to provide it right now.
What's that?
Because it's optional.
If you have to provide credentials to what you're going on, and you have to report it to the dispatch center that you're out here.
No, but I didn't tell you that I was. Told her I was. I'm not telling you that I'm one.
Well, this is private property, you know.
What is private property?
What is private property?
This road right here?
This road is private property.
How is this road private property?
Because it is. It's a development. It's run by the HOA.
Where's the signs that says private property? There's no signs that says trespassing there. It's a public street. And there's no signs that says private parking there. Or private property. There's absolutely no signs.
So I actually know where the HOA person lives.
Well, over there is probably private property, but not here.
This is a private property road.
This is not a private property road. This is accessible from the public. That's a public street there.
It might be accessed from the public, but this is private property.
Well, no one asked me.
This is an HOA run development.
No one asked me to leave. Hey, can I have your name, please?
It's Officer Shockley.
Officer Shockley and Officer Bullock.
Oh, can I get the badge number?
1098.
Solo observa lo molesto que parece estar el oficial. Está furioso de que el civil no esté escuchando sus órdenes ilegales e infundadas. Esto es lo que hace la corrupción. Hace que estas personas se sientan con derecho y que olviden que son servidores públicos.
So even if it's private property, the owner has to ask me to leave, and this is a public street. I already did a GIS survey. I already did it.
We can also remain out here until you're completed your investigation. So.
It's a free country. I mean,
You're right.
Of course. I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I'm not gonna.
What she's worried about, she has a child that's out here, and people abduct kids.
But did she accuse me of? Did she accuse me of abducting anyone?
No, but she's worried about it. It's a safety.
I'm worried about a lot of things too, but I don't be calling the cops on people for every little issue. If there's no crime, unless there's a crime, right?
You're right. Yeah.
Well, your tag doesn't come back to anything, so I'm going to be running everything else.
So, if you don't mind me asking, what are you investigating?
Okay. But I just don't like to identify just because someone calls. You understand that? I just don't like to identify just because someone called. Brunville, Texas State, absent RAS. There's no probable cause for you guys to get my information. And that's the reason why I don't want to call. I know he's going to probably want some retribution because I know my rights. But I'm not asking that lady to identify. I gave her a courtesy of telling her what I'm doing here when she approached me, and I thought that was the end of it, but apparently not. I didn't have to. I could have stayed silent and not say a single word, right? And it's my right not to identify.
Why she's concerned.
I have a lot of concerns too, but if I'm not breaking the law, right? Should I identify? Should I just give up my Fourth Amendment rights?
Well, no one's asked you for your information.
Just because I invoked my rights. You think that's fair? I'm not doing anything wrong.
You're parked on a public street.
Yeah. A lot of people parked in a public street. That car is parked in a public street.
So, you're right. It's a public roadway. So you can park here. We're more concerned about what's going on.
Yeah, but I dispelled your fears.
Yeah,
I said
you're right. Okay.
What I'm doing. You guys have the tag, so no, you know, right? And not a single person reported a crime. They're just a suspicious car. Suspicion is not a felony or a misdemeanor.
Yeah, I know.
Right?
That's why we made contact with you.
Exactly. And I'm talking to you, right? I didn't have to say a word. I could have just stayed silent the entire time, but I'm not that type of rude person who just doesn't say anything. We're all humans, right?
A pesar de ser razonable y educado, el dueño del coche todavía fue acosado por oficiales que no podían dejarlo en paz. Por eso es crucial entrenar y educar adecuadamente a los oficiales de policía para que sepan cuándo están infringiendo los derechos de otras personas. De todas maneras, el dueño le da al oficial toda una lección.
At no point in time did I trespass on anyone's property. I stayed in my car. This is the safest place I can be.
Yeah, and I told you why we made contact with you.
I heard you.
Okay.
I heard you.
So,
yeah, but
do you have any questions?
yeah, am I gonna be is there gonna be some sort of retribution just because they invoked my rights by this guy here? I understand. You sound reasonable. You sound like a professional, honestly. There are not too many cops who are professional like you and level-headed.
Yeah, I appreciate that. You're right. It seems like you know your laws.
Yeah, I'm very much aware of all of them, yeah.
But no, we're good to go as long as you don't have any more questions.
Yeah, and you can verify I'm not disrespectful to either of you. I just want to invoke my rights and be left alone because...
Yeah.
But what I would do is just document their license plate number, take a picture of the car, but I'm not going to call the cops on someone for no reason.
Yeah.
You know, if I see them trying to sneak into someone's property, well, that's a different story, right? Mm-hmm. But someone just sitting in their cars, you know, I got to understand their fears can't trump people's rights, you know, to just be here on a public street.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, I wouldn't do that to your son. I mean, I'm just assuming you have a son or whatever. No matter what color they are, I wouldn't do it. And maybe that's something that people need to be aware of, you know?
Yeah, but you got to understand the day and time we're in.
Listen, it's always been danger from way back then to now. We're in the safest times we've ever been in right now with the level of security that we have. Okay?
Yeah.
Things were worse back then. We have a lot of security. There are cameras everywhere. The minute you call a cop, they're here.
That doesn't mean things...
Right? From one call to the next. To the next, to the next, to the next. Imagine that. We gotta use... We gotta be rational and think about when we call the cops, man, instead of wasting resources like this. Say, ma'am, hey, do you have the license plate number? We have the tags, and we'll send an officer just to drive by and observe. And I think that's how it should be.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, I hope you agree and understand where I'm coming from.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. But I'm gonna get out of here. Okay.
I appreciate you, man. All right. Do you have a car? Can I get a incident, the CAD number? I want to request that 911 call and hear exactly what that person said.
So they came to our police department.
Oh, they actually came all the way there?
Yeah.
Ah. Well, the incident number then, so I can...
Este auditor le mostró al policía corrupto quién manda. Necesitamos más de esto en este país. Pero no todos son tan valientes como este hombre. Y es ahí donde entran los buenos policías, como lo hicieron en el siguiente caso.
So this is that female, Trevino. She flicks me off as I'm going back to back of my patrol car, fails the single left hand to go into the left lane. She flicks me off, so I just wanted a second when I made contact with her. How's it going? Officer Eggers, New Braunfels Police Department. Okay.
I know who you are.
That's fine. Well, the reason why you being...
over for flipping you off.
No, ma'am. The reason why...
You are retaliating against me. You turned your sirens on and everything, ran over here like a crazy person.
Okay. Well, ma'am, the reason why you're being contacted is you failed to signal lane change when you flicked me off.
Okay.
Okay, so go ahead and step out of the car. Step out of the car. I have 3 officers here.
He's hurt me before. Please don't let him.
Yeah, would you mind, Henderson, go ahead and detain her? In cuffs?
No, because he's been illegal to me.
Okay, all right.
Observa cómo el oficial suena molesto y completamente la interrumpe tan pronto como ella comienza a mencionar que él la había escuchado antes. Esto es suficiente indicación para entender que Patrick es un tirano, pero hay más. Mientras sigue hablando, la ira dentro de él sigue aumentando.
Henderson, go ahead and detain her. In cuffs?
No, because he's been illegal to me.
Okay, all right. You're under arrest for failed to signal lane change.
I'm under arrest for failing to signal a lane change?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm under
Yes, ma'am.
Stay still.
I'm sorry. You guys just know this is. You guys just know it is. You guys know it is. You're under arrest. Grab my phone. Please grab my phone.
We'll get it.
You want me to transport, or you think better? Danny, would you mind just transporting? You don't have to do anything else other than transport.
Es solo cuando llega un oficial superior y humilla a Patrick que termina enseñándole una lección. El oficial le pide que apague su cámara corporal para evitarle la vergüenza, así que tenemos que depender del audio de un teléfono móvil en su lugar.
What's that? Yeah, she has a driver's license, but...
I'm gonna turn this off. No.
Yeah, she has a driver's license, but...
Why are we arresting her for traffic infraction?
Well, she comes down the street, comes right towards me. As I'm walking back by the car to do nothing, she flicks me off. Mm-hmm. And then as she does that, she gets on the lane and fails the signal lane change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You think it's going to be an issue?
Huh?
You think it's going to be an issue?
Given your history,
Yeah.
so any other person you would write a ticket to, right?
Yeah.
So that's how you have to treat every interaction.
Okay.
So this is something that you would normally write a ticket for. Then what's write a ticket for?
You want me to go ahead and police you?
Yes.
Yeah.
Procedure for the plate for Charles Paul 5990 for number 3 Smoke Apartment 4 North Blue Code.
PD 35, cancel order. 217, can you bring it back up here? Can you take the handcuffs off? Alright, so let's write the ticket and go about it that way.
Sounds good.
Because all you're going to do is give her more ammo. Alright? Yep. So, write the ticket, just fill it out.
Los oficiales luego intentan explicarle todo y de alguna manera terminan culpándola de todo. Ni siquiera se disculpan por la sobrereacción del oficial Patrick.
So, you're good to go. So I understand that you flicked the officer off. That's not. So my question was, did you flick the officer off?
Yeah.
Okay. So here's the thing. Regardless of what your history is with Officer Akers, your intense hate caused you to flick him off, and then you committed a traffic violation. Okay? Had you just gone on about your day and not worried about flicking people off or anything like that, none of this would have happened.
I know, but
It just... Oh, it did? No, I didn't.
my intention is
Let me get your signature on it. That's not pleading guilty. That just promises to take care of that ticket, okay? None of it ever is good on those automated ones. Okay? So here's the thing, right? Had you just gone on about your day, right? So your intense hatred is causing you to do other things that is drawing attention to you. You need to move on with your life. Man, move along.
It's not for you. I've always, you know, I've always,
Look,
and I never thought this situation ever could have happened in a million years. I never would have thought.
I'm not here to debate this situation with you. I watched the video. I know everything that occurred. Okay? I know about the court stuff, everything that occurred.
And it was
If
wrong.
Officer Akers had done anything wrong, he wouldn't be here right now.
That's
Right?
not true.
That's 100% true. It is. So you need to move on and not be running around flipping people off, right? I get it. That's your First Amendment if you want to flip people off. But what it did is it caused you to create a hazard to a traffic infraction right in front of an officer, right? Correct?
I understand that bad things will happen to me if I do anything.
No, that's not what anybody's saying, right? You flicking people off
I know.
has caused you to do a traffic infraction right in front of an officer and caused you to get a ticket. Right? You can choose to be defined by your past, or you can decide what you want to do. Right? But if you choose to be defined by what happened to you in the past, then you will always continue to be that person. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying?
Este caso fue un claro ejemplo de cómo un ego herido puede hacer que un policía haga cosas tontas, pero la forma en que el oficial superior lo hizo callar fue simplemente sobresaliente. Esto es lo que necesitamos más en la aplicación de la ley. Arrestar a alguien por no señalizar un cambio de carril es una locura. Si disfrutaste este video, mira este y no olvides suscribirte. ¡Adiós!